Look at this photo. This is a happy 17-year-old Lamine Yamal. He's at the most important football event of the year, the Ballon d'Or ceremony. And this young man is showcasing the 304 celebration, the famous celebration that Adidas might recognize as the signature move of this young star. But none of this might have ever happened. Lamine Yamal and his parents have been through hell to make it here at the 2024 Ballon d'Or ceremony, the biggest celebration in world football. Have you ever wondered how much meaning is hidden behind Lamine's signature celebration? These 304 moves are not just cool tricks that anyone can replicate. They represent self-identification and a person's connection to a specific place. This is where Yamal's genius truly shines. This guy is not just special.
Like the likes of Lamine Yamal. Like, what do you see in this young player?
I see huge potential, great talent.
This guy is unique, and it's not just about Leo Messi's magic touch. Lamine's story should inspire all of us, especially the new generations. His journey offers a new perspective, and it's time we look at his life with fresh eyes, starting right now. So let's step into a time machine and travel back to the 13th of July, 2007. On that day, a miracle happened in a hospital in a little-known city of Mataró. Yamal was born. It seemed like an ordinary summer day, an ordinary Spanish city, but a great miracle still happened. Yes, Lamine's birth itself is a miracle. A low-income family gives the world a baby without certainty about the future. As Klopp used to say, there is no pressure in football. Pressure is when you don't know if you will have money tomorrow to buy food. That's what Lamine's parents, Munir and Sheila, who lived in the Rockefonda district, were going through at the time. They were only 21, just young kids. Back in 2007, the Rockefonda neighborhood was known for its widespread poverty. It's a home to the working class then and still today. It was a forgotten, isolated, and struggling area. This neighborhood was created in the 1960s to house the immigrant population from southern Spain. Then in the 1990s, it filled up with foreigners, most of them from Africa. Stores popped up selling basic necessities. Fruit shops, hairdressers, groceries run mostly by immigrants still fill every corner, as El País newspaper describes. Rockefonda is a humble neighborhood with many cultures. Bad things are said about it, but when you live here, you know what it's really like, says resident Jose. Not a single child from Rockefonda could dream of a quality education or that their parents would pay for them to go to a special section, football or something else. They had only a concrete football field. That was it. But this place became the space where Yamal's dreams took root. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Lamine comes from a poor family. His mother has roots in Equatorial Guinea and his father is from Morocco. They could barely make ends meet, mostly through hard work, but his parents always dreamed of a better future for Lamine. Sheila and Munir have always fought for a brighter future, believing that one day their lives would be happy and carefree. Even before Lamine was born, a miracle happened in their lives. Journalist Siki Rodriguez recently told the story of the origin of the name Lamine Yamal. Yes, friends, it's not a first and last name, it's one double name. There is a legend in Rockefonda that once Sheila and Munir lived so poorly that they couldn't pay the rent. Two neighbors named Lamine and Yamal came to their aid. The parents of the future golden boy promised that if they ever had a son, they would name him after these kind people. And they kept their promise. This name also has a beautiful meaning, as it means honest and beautiful in Arabic. Lamine Yamal's mother and father always fought to the very end to make their dreams a reality, and they dreamed of a son who would come into this world to achieve incredible success. They were ready to do anything to help their child on his challenging path. This was also the wish of the most important person in Yamal's life. And surprisingly, that person is his grandmother, Fatima. Mataró is a coastal town located in the southeast of the autonomous region of Catalonia. It's just a small dot on the world map, a place that might never have had Lamine. But now the whole world knows this town because of him. This story was made possible by the titanic efforts of the family's matriarch, Fatima. You need to listen to her story to understand how cool she is and why we owe Lamine's appearance in Barcelona to her. The year was 1988. The heroic woman decided one day, "I've had enough," and left her poor life in Morocco. At age of 40, she gathered all her money and traveled to Tangier, an important port city in northwestern Morocco. There she took a ferry from Tangier to Tarifa. The price for such a trip is currently $47, but we don't know how much it cost in 1988. In any case, it was a very expensive journey for Fatima. According to the story of La Vanguardia, the woman dreamed of a Spanish passport and a Spanish future for her children, including Lamine's father, Munir. Fatima saved up enough money to pay for a bus to Catalonia. She came to Spain when she was 40. She came alone. She worked hard. And when she could, she brought each of her children year after year. I was the first. Then came Munir, Lamine's father, who arrived when he was 9, says Abdul, the eldest of Fatima's 5 sons. She tried to bring one of her children to Spain every year, working overtime. It was the year 1990 and no special visa was needed. She started working at a campsite in Llavaneres. She was there for 2 years. Then she worked at a nursing home in Vilassar de Mar. And she settled in Rocafonda, says Abdul. This woman is the main character in Lamine's life. They have always had a special relationship. Lamine, living in La Masia, would always run home and spend time with his grandmother whenever he had a day off. When Lamine goes to Rocafonda, he always asks his grandmother for breaded chicken and scrambled eggs for breakfast, says journalist Anais Marti. However, Lamine's parents played an equally important role. They saw his passion for football and at one point decided to give him more opportunities. To achieve this, the family even split up at one point. When Yamal was 3, his mother Sheila got a job at a fast food chain in the nearby town of La Torreta. Sheila is said to have worked at McDonald's to provide Lamine with everything he needed. There, the mother and son met another amazing person on their journey. This person was Diaz. This man helped Lamine attend the training session of the local club La Torreta more often and develop his progressing talent. You could tell he was special. At that age, you never know what will happen. It's such a big industry. But he seemed touched by a magic wand, Diaz said about Yamal. Later, circumstances again forced Sheila and Lamine to return to Rocafonda. But they had to find a way to get to La Torreta's training sessions. His parents didn't have a car, so he was driven to training and matches by the same Diaz, who had the surname Kubala. This man drove Lamine from Mataro to Roca de Valles daily, and we greatly respect him. We also respect the La Torreta Football School, which supports its young footballers. Knowing that Lamine's parents could not pay the total amount required for football education, they gave a discount and arranged payment plans. And that too is a miracle. Throughout his life, Lamine has always encountered a miracle. A miracle is his grandmother. A miracle is the neighbors Lamine and Yamal. A miracle is Sheila and Munir's fight against poverty. A miracle is Diaz. A miracle is Lamine Yamal. But there was also hell. Hell is the life of his grandmother in Morocco and Spain. Hell is the life of Sheila and Munir, who worked anywhere they could to afford the rent and still have a little money left for food and Lamine's football school. These are the small circles of hell that all the key people in our hero's life went through, so that today he can bring joy to Barcelona and the entire football world. It wasn't easy for anyone. It was a miracle and a hell, a miracle and hell. And so it goes, round and round. Only an extraordinary player can break free from this circle. The king of Rocafonda, Lamine Yamal. When Lamine Yamal shows 304, it represents the entire story. The ferry ride of his grandmother from Tangier to Tarifa, the bus tickets to Catalonia, and so on. It's about all the people who made Lamine who he is today. Now the whole world knows that the postal code 08304 is where Lamine Yamal was born. These numbers are now painted on the walls of Rocafonda, and it's a point of pride for the local identity. Now they feel well represented by Lamine Yamal. Whoa, what do you think of this video? Did you look at Lamine's life differently? Let me know. So you were with the coolest channel. Give this video a like if you enjoyed hearing this incredible story. Subscribe to our channel and leave a comment saying Vamos Coolest to support us. Thank you. Have a great day and Visca el Barça!